What's up, peoples? It's a Terraformer, and let's play some more Luigi's Adventure. And a kitty's styling up, and yep, I showed that for whatever reason. This is, recording-wise, that was probably, as you'll see, about the 5th time I've done it, because you see here, I know what I'm doing already, so, I make it through the first half of this level unscathed, and, yes, that is because I was playing it, and, yes, getting frustrated at a certain point, which I'll point out, and then wasn't getting past there, and that was making me just restart, because I'm like, I don't want to put a death montage over the first level. Jeez, I mean, I can get by, and then here I do some neat tricks, and sometimes it didn't work, sometimes that didn't work out, but right there it did. And I know you can slide those guys, but really I don't trust it. I very much distrust for that slide, especially when you have to go uphill to kill them, and this is the part. This is the place, that Red Hot Chili Pepper song is pretty good, and, very easy. The Goombas are indestructible unless you spin jump on them, you just kind of hop off. It's kind of neat. Got munchers here, and we got a bonus that is coming up that I really don't like. I don't like this kind of bonus. This is the bane of my bonusing look-fors. It was utterly pointless because I don't make it through on my first life, or at least until that last coin, although I was close. So, right here, yeah, I lose my hit, but that's not the worst of all. The worst of all, it takes you back to the, why? I don't understand. If you're getting a bonus, I realize I complain about when the bonus takes you too far ahead, but that's not as much of a problem when it takes you back into the level, but it's really not a problem there either, because it's like a small amount of distance. I don't know what I'm complaining about, I shouldn't be. So, I got these indestructible Koopas, and I'm gonna start dying in about a second, so that's pretty interesting. You get to see a death montage, and a terraform video. You pretty much can't go a video without a death montage, and I've kind of come to accept that because I play difficult hacks that I am not like the most skilled Mario player, but I do anyway. I just kind of lose lives, but in this sort of way type substance, losing lives isn't that bad because it's only losing a Luigi, and another Luigi is bound to come back, and then I figured that out because it's a lot easier to do. Yeah, and I fast forward a lot. I fast forward like at least 3 more times with Pokies, so and that's not even to count the fast forwarding I do out of sheer anger after dying and stuff. I mean, you don't really see it a lot because I do a good job editing, but there's a few winning runs where it's very obvious, and I died a few times there. Not my finest hour, not Luigi's either, but happens. This place was a place that trapped me up for a good while, and it has that where you kind of slip off a bit, and it's not really fun. I should probably get to the original version. The original version of this level is borderline unplayable. I mean, the quicksand is broken or something, and it just does not work. And then here I realize I can despawn that, but really I'm gonna not be doing that as my solution to life, but I did it there, and then I figured, oh, this will be kind of easier if I just get a lift from my buddy, but it's timing the damn thing, and before I cut out a bunch of just trying to time the two, so that I could just hit the chuck, and it's then I realized the chuck's gonna jump, as soon as you jump at him, so oh hey, we're winning run, so this is how I'm doing it. I haven't bothered fast forwarding parts in a while because I'm lazy, and I don't really feel like going through every video where I just have errors, so I just kind of do it like this. I don't really know how to get that coin without dying or taking a hit. I'm guessing it involves Pokey, you gotta do some sort of spin jump off Pokey, and then catch yourself on Pokey. I have no idea. I don't know, I haven't tried without, and I really don't care. I mean, I don't think they're used for anything in this game, they probably aren't, but, if they are, then I might consider going back to get them, but, it's gonna be hellish. It'd be pretty hellish because they're, you know, they're kind of similar to where I placed them if this was a Kaizo, but, you know, I'm calling my hack a Kaizo. I don't even know what it is. It is just hard for no reason because I'm just learning how to use lunar magic, and I think it's better quality than some of the first hacks I've seen, but it's certainly not my greatest hour of work, but I'm working on it, and it might actually have a C3 release, if we see a C3. I mean, if you've been on Super Mario W Central lately, yeah, what the fuck, guys? It is awkward as bananas over there, because I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty damn sure it's just some stupid C3 gimmick, considering in the rules it was edited by System, and the last part with the EUC and like forming up groups and all this like political shit, like really? I don't think that was there before. I can't say I really like delved over the oh, that was me grinding, by the way, but you know, I never really read the rules like specifically because I wasn't submitting anything. I think that's the rules of submitting, but I think it also went with, oh hey, my new life farming spot, but yeah, I don't know, it's a weird ass situation. I mean, I'm on Chester's side, which is supposedly the winning side, like the hero guy, but really, I think it's just a C3 gimmick, and a bunch of people think that too, and that's where, well, that's pretty much where I'm basing my opinion, but I don't know, like, I feel like an idiot saying this, but like, I've never seen or heard of Chester until now, and that's why I get that weird vibe from it, because he had like the C3 thing announcement a few days earlier before this like takeover mass attack, and it really reminds me of a situation like a bit more serious, but and I get that, and then he runs away, so I got lucky there. But back when I used to whatever word you could say, back when I used to use the Karis project, you know, the one where you can like make your own sprites and stuff for RPG Maker, or they have the online engine. Well, they had a message board that I used to frequent, and you know, there was this guy, Karu, or whatever his name was, I don't know, but he used to be an admin or a mod or something, and then he decided to spam attack us, and that was pretty neat. I don't know, like, that was really, like, really SMW Central and Karis are the only two that I really, you know, got into, but, you know, I get this on my second try, and yeah, that was making me happy that I was playing better than, like, the last level. Kalopanax something Desert is the name. I don't know what that word is. I can't say I looked it up or anything, but I did that, and then I was like, I'm gonna do that every time, just thinking that I was gonna die a lot, because, I don't know, these levels are kind of tricky, but, you know, I got through this one, like, really good, and I didn't even talk, like, about the winning run of the last part. That was done the first try, and I can't say I've seen these levels for a long time, and even when I was playing them, I'm pretty sure I was using rewinds, unless I'm thinking of the original Japanese version, which, yeah, it's just insane in some parts, but, you know, there's, like, falling bombs, I'm pretty sure, because, you know, Anna Kitty loves those falling bombs in this Japanese version, but, yeah, that's what happens, and they get, like, custom sprites and stuff, like, a lot of Mega Man stuff, like, the Monty Mole and stuff. I'm sure I talked about this, but, you know, I like them, and here is a place that is scary. It's a warehouse, and yeah, those levels coming up are, they might be like 1 or 2 levels of video. I mean, this video I got a lot done just because I like recorded it not when I was like recording my voice also, and like angrily recording my voice, so I mean, you don't get to see my like reaction to things and like my live reaction, but it's like sometimes you just don't want to hear my live reaction, because my live reaction's sometimes not so happy, so yeah, so there was a death, there was another death, and yeah, don't worry, I'm going to soon be just cutting out the BAP like sound, whatever it is, I don't know, but aerial thing 4, aerial palace, no, That's the last level. Aerial Garden. What's up with Seclet Garden? Is there like a Seclet Garden 2 in the future? Because it's only the one. And I finally showed that I got that. Yeah, that was the first time I got that in a long time. And quite happy because, yeah, it's a tight thing, but it's a lot tighter in the other version. And by the way, these guys in the original version, they're all football punters. So, yeah. Yeah, and the ceiling is a lot lower, just, like, maybe not a lot, but it's definitely lower, and it's very painful, that stage. I know it took Molotov, I mean, Goron, I don't know, I used to get the two confused, but now Goron, like, does Toolless, and it's really impressive to see him do that, because I used to watch him save Scrub, and yes, but, you know, he does, like, shell jumps on the fly and stuff. I was like, damn, dude, I don't know how I lived through that, or at least kept my hit. There's another one coming up where I'm gonna say the same exact thing. But that, I was just inside a Ninja for a little bit. That Ninja was not too happy. He was yelling rape. He was definitely yelling rape, and yeah, that was it. That, I have no idea. My hat literally got cut by the vines, and you know, there's two football guys. Well, no, it's actually right after the midpoint. It's before this whole section. No, it's right before the midpoint. But there's there's two baseball players, and the ceiling is just ridiculously low, and pretty much your whole run is really on that maneuver, and that's pretty much like how I did my level with the Castle Crashers. And I had that one stupid jump where you have to spin jump off a spike, which, like, I don't, like, unless you play Kaizo, I don't know what I did there, don't even ask, but unless you play Kaizo, you probably have no idea that's a mechanic, so people are gonna be scratching their head a bit, but it's, like, so tough to time. It's like, you have to wait until, like, the exact second that it's falling down, and then you have to, like, you have to jump out, but then you gotta go towards the wall a little bit, and then hit them. Yeah, and it's like the whole run rides on that jump, and yeah, we got one of these sections, and I do a lot better than other games, even though this game's a lot harder, and it's like, and again, I actually think that level might be harder than this section. I mean, the level as a whole, the level is probably more difficult than that level in Southern Continent, but that stage, because really you're only going right. The other level, it was like really tight, and you had to go all witch maneuvers, and I have a secondary power-up, but I have no access to it. Now it's gone, and that happens. Number 3, Tower of the Doll. Let's check this level out, because I actually really like this stage, and one of my favorite stages when I first was playing through the game. Got a little lag there, some Castlevania, like, you got treasure chests everywhere. I think it's Castlevania graphics. It's definitely Castlevania music, by the same name, Tower of the Doll, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, we got a whole bunch of little Marios everywhere, and I die stupidly, but that's my only death in the first half, if you can believe it. Like I said, I do like this level. It's not that bad, but, you know, it's there. You got Marios floating about, and they really tripped me up when I first came through here. I probably died like 20-30 times just on the first section alone, so you can see as a player I've improved quite a bit. Yeah, we got these guys, we got some orbs, we got this guy, he's Fire Mario, but he's small, so it's kind of like in Alternia Adventure, except it's arching, so, you know, it's nothing like the attack in Alternia Adventure, but, you know, you have this little trap here, you gotta let those Sparkies out. And yeah, it doesn't really matter here because I do something and I do that, and I don't know why I did that, because it's like I timed it so perfectly with the, oh yeah, there's the Sparky's gonna come back. Like I said, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'd cut it, but like I said, winning a run here and being lazy with the fast forwarding, so you know, I could have just like fast forwarded this, but I didn't. I didn't. I don't want to get lazy on it, but, you know, yes. Yeah, it wasn't even that playing. It was like exactly an hour, and for this game, that's pretty impressive, especially with the progress I made, because I did more time on that last video, and I only spent not too long. I mean, I don't know. Yes, I only did a few levels, and it took probably longer than this. That's what I'm saying. Because that one level. And what's crazy, I had to redo it because, yeah, I save stated over, like, I save stated, like, by the desert, not realizing that the save state I put was not only over the save state that was the real one that was going to where I want it, but, yeah, it was that, and yeah, we got some cooler cruel action. I'm dodging up some poison mushrooms. That's awesome. I love that about cooler cruel. You gotta dodge all them, especially tubular. But I dodged that. That was like my glory moment. Yeah, but that's the best you're gonna say because, like, I mean, other than the next level, because I do another level, but there's like a death montage coming up because yeah, this level's tough. I mean, I didn't die as much as when I first did it, but I still died a pretty good amount of time, especially just on that beginning part. And then these guys, like, sometimes they'll shoot too, sometimes they won't. And then it's like, you got these guys that are shooting the diagonal. I mean, they're not, whatever they're shooting. They're shooting vertically or horizontally, or we control the vertical and horizontal, and that guy's the death of me a lot. And then I figure out how to do this, and then I don't do it all the time, you know. You know how that goes, you just forget. But, you know, sometimes you just get yourself trapped, and it's like, you don't think, oh, hey, just backpedal. Just backpedal a little bit, because usually backpedaling will save you. And I try that, and it doesn't work, so of course I jump into it. And, yeah, that was one of them, where he shot two. And I didn't even think I showed one of them, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. But, you know, it just happened so quick that I put these death montages in, but I like them. For visual appeal, it looks better than, like, watching me play through this 20 times, so, you know. Even though you still have to see me, watch me play this twice, so, you know. That's a thing. We got this section, and it's a section again. But I for some reason forget my strategy a few times, so, you know, that forgetting strategies, it's always a good deal, even though I did it right the first time, apparently, so, you know, unless that's not the first time and there was more editing than I thought, but I'm pretty sure I showed all my deaths except for one section, because pretty much after I go through these lives, and then I go back to farm, and when I come back, I just kept dying to that first section. So, you know what I do when I die at the first section a lot? I do that. I do the utterly wrong jump. It's like time with the Sparky. The Sparky's going the other way. So, I don't know what I was doing there, but I show off that I did it right because somehow I just fall through or something. It's not even like morality, but I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but you know, I was scumming a little bit. I would just rewind to like the beginning, but it's not like I got a winning run on like that life anyway, so you know, I show that, and then then like on the 8th life or something. I don't remember. I think that's the winning run, 8. Which it's not here, clearly, because I edited it in, but, you know, it still says 8, so theoretically, but here's me screwing stuff up for no reason. I was like, I could totally do that. No, you can't. But at least I survived. It's not like one other time after this that I will be showing in future seconds, and this guy's being annoying. That guy is the guy from one of my favorite enemies from Super Mario Brothers 3, actually. The guy, he flies around the skies and he shoots his stuff at his fire tail at you and then explodes. So, you know, I really like them because they're only in that one level, the sky level, and, you know, playing it as a kid, I was like, wow. Because I used to love the sky world. I think that was like the farthest I got without warping or something. I don't know. I don't really think I ever played World 6, like, as a kid. I I don't know, I'd never really go through the game. I just would be lazy and stuff, but not anymore. Warp whistles, whenever I play the game, I always collect all the warp whistles, but I never use any of them, so pretty hilarious. It's like, oh man, I'm going for 100%. It's like, no, idiot, they don't even count. And guess what's in there? Guess why I'm like so hellbent on getting there? Because I died to the same enemy 2 times in a row, and like one of them, I don't know how it happens. He just kind of put his foot through the through the stairway thing, and somehow that killed me. I don't know, but yeah, I don't even show off like when I actually dodge it, when I dodge the 2 fires surprise, but you know, it wasn't in the winning run, so of course I'm gonna forget to like put it in or something, but not that that matters. I mean, like, I would assume, like, everything I'm doing with, as far as editing, isn't annoying anybody, because no one's commented and said, oh, this is annoying, or something. I don't know, no one has said that. No one really has much opinion on my videos. Kinda makes me sad. Like, even if it's a bad opinion, I don't care. I mean, it's comments. Makes me happy, so, you know. That's there. That was a statement that was very bold, and, you know, it was there. Hey Gerald, you're a bold kid. Does anyone remember that? Hey Arnold, jeez, I used to like it just for like the setting and the music, but you know, that's looking back at it. I'm sure I liked the cheesy humor at the time too, but you know, that's what happens. Soon enough, my little godson, he'll be watching stuff that isn't completely god awful, like, oh god, Sprout, like, that shit, it's a channel, it's an entire channel devoted to children and making, like, the dumbest shows ever. Like, I don't know, sometimes I feel some of the shows should not be existing. Like, I feel like, you're making the baby dumb, and it's like, the baby is just starting to have intelligence. You shouldn't do that. But yeah, there's the thing, this is clearly the winning run because I did the whole thing, and then I did that, and then I come in here, and then I decide to tell people that I really don't care that I kept my mushroom to here. They're like, okay, whatever, and then I kept watching their movie, so I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I decided to like kill a lot of things and just be very careful and very patient, and then, oh, check it out! Did you see it? Did you see it? Because there's only like 3 in the game, so, you know, it's a cape, and of course I lose it right here. Like a dumb. It's like, that would have been so helpful. Maybe I would have beat the next stage on my first life. Spoilers, I don't. But I almost do, so that's pretty nuts too, because the next stage is pretty there. Got some Toho music, hello there, and, you know, I like dodging up these guys. Podobo dodging is... It's not that hard, especially when there's 2, but sometimes there's 3 and like a low ceiling and stuff, and it gets a little nuts, but I can still handle it. It's Podobo dodge, and I like that. That is a skill, a talent, something that I cannot put on my resume because it is not involved in many jobs other than this, and I don't consider this a job at all because I don't really get paid, even though there's ads there. Yeah, just ignore the ads. They're just a figment of your imagination, just like that Luigi painting out. I shook off the dolls, and I defeated Wendy Koopa, which I waited for, and save a friend. I don't know. Luigi left the aerial garden and advanced to the next continent. Okay, so we saved the egg that just happened to be there, but it has nothing to do with the plot, as one hack said. I don't remember which hack it is, but, you know, that is a hack. And then I was like, that was my last level, but then I was like, I can do this, though. I know for a fact I could do this without tools, because it was, like, the last level I did without tools before, like, later worlds or something, but, yeah, spoilers, the rest of this world I used tools to beat, so that's gonna be hellishly fun, and, you know, it's this level, and one of my favorite levels in the game, actually, so far, and we got Mega Man 7 music, and Yeah, I don't know if the level design is really that different in the Japanese version, but we gotten better music in here, so, you know, it is always better. And I don't know where the graphics are from. I actually saw this one game that, like, blatantly stole the graphics from this game, unless this graphics are from a game in and of itself. Like, if Anarchy didn't make these, then I am not, like, offended by that person that was doing, like, All-Stars Deluxe, I think it was, and I don't know. It's something. It was, like, an entirely different engine, so I don't know. It was pretty neat. Pretty neat other than that factoid, but, you know. Yeah, I get pretty damn far on my first run, and like I said, all these levels have not been played in so long. But yes, this chuck is the death of me. I don't like chucks where they're so close to the edge because I will usually die to that chuck if that happens. And you know, look at how well I timed this too. Like I did the last stage. By the way, that was grinding. That's why I was fast forwarding. And yes, I'm still grinding because I don't know. I prefer to do it that way. This hack would work actually on a Super Nintendo, so you know. That'd be really cool, but, you know, I'm too, like, flashcards are way too expensive for what they're worth. I would actually really prefer to just buy, like, a bunch of blank cards and a actual converter thing that, like, transfer device that transfers the game onto the actual cartridge and a real cartridge, and then I'd probably like print out a little graphic for like the hacks and stuff on there, because that's how much of a nerd I am. Like I collect actual video games and I'd collect hacks too if they were in a physical form, but you know that doesn't exist at all whatsoever, so it's like I'm gonna have to make that, I guess. I don't know. But seriously, who's gonna play Luigi's Adventure with like on the SNES? I mean, unless you're like me, like a masochist, or like just super good at Super Mario World that, you know, like, there was this one guy, the guy that did Springs and Shells, he was like, yeah, I basically need to play a Kaizo, or like or my own stuff to get a challenge, and I'm like, it's like, challenge is cool and all, I like challenge as you can see, but I'm also going after design, so it's like, I really don't care if it's excessively hard for whatever reason possible. It's a lot different. I mean, that worked out really good. I don't know why that did, but it did. Remember, like, in my earlier videos, I really used to complain about the difficulty of games. Got lucky there, and, you know, now I'm just, like, seeking hard stuff sometimes, but, you know, not always, and here's the end. It's a very short stage, and that's what I like about it, because it has no midpoint, but it doesn't need one, because it's short, sweet, to the point, and I show the bonus game, which I don't know if I showed it. I probably did, but, you know, there's a star there that we have utterly never seen before, and that's why the graphic is, like, sticking out so much, because it's, like, a custom graphic, and I haven't seen you in the game, so, you know, it's there. So, maybe one time in the future, I don't know. I don't even think I've seen it through my playthrough, and I'm just about up to World 7, or World 8, I don't know. I'm in a Snowtown tower. It's hellishly hard. This was a Terraformer, Luigi's Adventure, I don't know, part 5 or something, but, you know, see you guys next time. Save state button.